Ask you, remember that we said that the founding board will consist of at least 12 but no more than 15 members, and they will serve as permanent board members and will have certain financial obligations as determined by the recruit committee. Ask you, remember that we said that the founding board will consist of at least 12 but no more than 15 members, and they will serve as permanent board members and will have certain financial obligations as determined by the recruit committee. And these financial obligations may be met either through financial support or in-kind contributions, and we may consider different tiers of membership. So with that in mind, part of what we're supposed to do in our next thing is to assign outreach responsibilities. We've identified a list, and to that founding member target list that you had, we added Norfolk Naval Shipyard, Rolls-Royce, Siemens, Urenco, and Best Medical Systems. That's the entire list I see now. Everyone in agreement? Very well. Now, if you look at this, we're going to need now to approach these folks after we finalize our value proposition. We need to assign outreach responsibilities and a distinct timeline for feedback after you've had a chance to speak to the ones that you volunteer for, or get volunteered for, as the case may be, to go and talk to. So I think that what we need to do now is to look at this list and see if there are folks who have different entities and organizations they feel they know people in that they'd like to first volunteer for, that we can go from there. If you were to add these up, you would see we probably have somewhere close to 20. Does that look right to you? I'm just guessing a number.
Yeah, maybe
25.
Yeah, maybe 25.
And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us on this committee, so arguably 4 each.
What were the new ones? There was the Rolls-Royce?
We added Rolls-Royce, Siemens, Urenco, and Best Medical Systems, and Norfolk Naval Shipyard.
Norfolk.
What's, you mean, Newport News?
No,
No,
Norfolk
Norfolk.
Naval Shipyard.
No. Later.
Let me ask you this, should we engage, they are not in Virginia, unfortunately, who Naval Academy? It just started the nuclear program. Anyway, but that's, they are in
When we begin to expand, we can
Yeah.
include them, I suppose.
yeah.
I'll volunteer for Ariba, B&W, Dominion, and GE Hitachi.
All right, I have you for Reba, B&W, Dominion, and what was the fourth one?
GE Hitachi.
Okay.
I'm happy to volunteer for Rolls-Royce, Siemens, and obviously the University of Virginia.
Right. I can do obviously VCU. Also I can do Urenco. And I can do Newport News Shipbuilding, Huntington Ingalls.
I am actually meeting with them on June 19th. So if she,
I mean, I talk to them all the time.
okay.
Yeah.
I can do MHI. The light bridge. No, absolutely.
For the people with the universities, Don, I think it would be helpful if we at least offered up our services to partner with them, depending on availability, to go in with them. So, two on one, or
Yeah,
I can go in with Virginia Tech.
Sure, that would be
or
very helpful.
VCU, actually.
No, that would be very helpful.
Or yourself.
We don't have George Mason, Old Dominion, or Christopher Newport currently on this committee, so we will need some of your
I
help.
can talk to them, that's fine.
Well, Maureen Matson is,
Say again, sir?
isn't Maureen on?
Well, she's not on this committee.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's true.
I certainly can do Old Dominion University. I've worked with them a lot over the last year or so.
And do you have floor, anybody? I can do that too. Oh, you have yours.
Nope, you've got it now. I'm just trying to keep track because I don't want you guys, so,
So I got 4.
Dave, I have your four, and then Sam, I have you for Huntington Ingalls and Urenco, and obviously for VCU.
Do you want me to have somebody else?
Yes, please.
You tell me. I mean, I can do George Mason if you want.
Okay.
And I can do this medical if you want.
Yeah, I'd like you to do the best medical if you don't mind. That would be great. Okay, so now, obviously, we kind of know who's going to lead the team for Virginia Tech and University of Virginia and VCU. So we need to assign one of us to go with them, as Dave indicated, and then Sam was going to do George Mason, Barry's going to do Old Dominion, and Ollie's going to do Christopher Newport. He just doesn't know it yet. Hey, it's the last one left,
There you
brother.
go.
So,
Christopher Newport, yeah.
okay, so now, Dave, is there any of those you'd like to volunteer to be the second on, or is anybody, Jerry, you and I can, what do you want to do?
I make regular trips to VCU and Virginia Tech, so we can work that. I can take those.
Okay, I'll have you down at VCU and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I'm happy to be on call for any of the universities.
You want Virginia?
Barry's a good guy.
Welcome having you.
Who are we gonna sell to?
Actually, that's, I think it's pretty easy sell probably, but probably Jim Adel will be the first one to sell.
So,
Just considering
You
university
devil.
politics, that's all.
Yeah, we'll have to go any further than that. I do interact with them quite a bit.
all right then, Jerry, you'll get Old Dominion.
That's fine.
Great.
You got
Yeah.
any companies or like that? We got
I know I got
Somebody-
lost.
No one's gotten Bartlett or Atlantic Group or Toshiba American Nuclear Energy.
Or Bechtel.
Or Norfolk Naval Shipyard either, or Bechtel.
I will take the Norfolk Naval Shipyard next door.
I'll take Bechtel.
So where is Toshiba? No, no, you
Toshiba
Yeah,
is in VC. Somewhere, I mean,
I
this
could
year,
try it.
yeah, you're close enough.
Well, you're kind of really southwestern, I could probably do two.
Okay.
I could probably do that one because it's a little closer in my backyard.
Yeah.
Um,
So Ganapati should do Thorium Power.
No, Thorium, I know the president.
Okay, so then.
Yeah.
Ollie's already got that.
I know
Okay,
very well.
Sounds good, yeah. I didn't realize that it was spoken for, sorry.
Yeah.
No one has Norfolk Naval Shipyard.
I said,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
mine
sorry,
is.
great. What else do you have besides that one?
NASA I can deal with. Jefferson Lab is overtaken or do it.
Oh, well, I expected you to do that. I guess I'll do the American
I will
Nuclear
pitch in
Society.
with Ali for thorium.
What's that?
We'll talk to thorium together.
So you like that? so?
Yes.
Can you do the Atlantic Group too?
I don't know where they are, but yes.
So how much fun that's gonna be? Somewhere in Virginia. And who's got Bartlett? That's the last one I have on my list that's not covered
Where
here.
are they? Yeah.
Are they headquartered in Virginia?
So I'm told.
I know they're.
They came off your list.
I know, but I don't know the company.
Yeah, no.
I know they have an office in Virginia, but I don't know if they're headquartered here.
They do contract in Virginia. They were bought by a private equity group. I forget the name of the group now. They're actually no longer called Barclays. They're called something like IBC or something.
MBI.
MBI. Close enough. Barclays isn't called.
Order nuclear. Oh, BNI.
BHI, okay.
No,
Yeah,
BNI.
yeah.
BNI.
DHI Energy. So contact us.
Contact us. So they are-
Massachusetts.
I was actually thinking I might have to scratch them off the list.
Yeah.
Yep, doesn't look like, so, well, BHI Energy leaves the list, guys.
Yeah.
All right, then they're all assigned. Do you want to hear your assignments, or do you remember them?
I think it'd be helpful.
It'll
to-
be typed anyway.
Yeah, I think it'd be helpful to make sure that we only retype them, that just run through it one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if we've completed the new business 3 alpha, assign outreach responsibilities, what we'll need to do is to develop this list and then sort of have an approach. So we'll need to develop, if you will, an approach for everybody. And if we could have someone who would take the first cut at that, we could all, add our individual stuff too, based on our unique knowledge of the institution or organization or somebody that works there. So who would be willing to take a first cut at what our approach should look like? Given the fact that we're going to send out what these 11 different value propositions are.
What do you mean by approach?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you know,
I'm not
it's almost
sure
like you're
what you
developing a plan. You know, like I don't know if I call it a slide presentation, but it needs to be a couple of 2 or 3 things that you want to make sure everybody says consistently about who we are. We would need to have something that says, why were we formed? What's our responsibility? What does the authority do? What does the consortium board do? What's expected of them?
So you have it.
So,
I mean, that's something that I think I
All right,
can help
I'll
put
help
together.
that.
Yeah, that's something that I can put together, just a little. Yeah.
Thank you, Ollie.
Yeah. I'll do the first crack of that for you.
All right, oh,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
I had some idea about what I wanted to do, but I was told to share, so I was definitely trying to share.
No, I'm happy to do that.
I think we definitely need to think a little bit more about what we're asking.
Yeah,
Well, I'm getting ready to come to that.
That's the next.
The next one is, if assuming that we're going to no more than 12, no less than 12, no more than 15, and we're looking for funding to support the activity, and in some cases it may be a year to year or ongoing, we need to consider, are there segments of this? First of all, and if so, what are they, and what are their dollar value, and what are their benefit value? So that's the next thing we need to decide on. That we've decided on who might be the approaches. Not everybody's created equal in here. We can't expect everyone probably to give the same amount of money or the same amount of service in kind. So we need to give maybe a graded approach to this.
so
Thoughts, guys?
question, so when we put in there this in-kind support, did we have anything in mind, or was just?
You have to have a number.
With the in-kind support.
No, but the in-kind support.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, so, yeah, we put 25 per year, 1,000, I mean, for the, okay, so that was a starting number.
I was going to do
And
the
then-
in-kind last. I was going to say in-kind might be whoever the executive director is. of
Yeah,
this group or
remember,
something.
yeah, the time of the people.
Right,
So-
and that's something that I was thinking, because like for us universities, that's something that is much more doable, to find somebody that could do, I mean, particularly at the very beginning when we are still getting organized, to have some sort of the secretariat support and things like that. That's something that could be in kind of support from somebody. I mean, I can see me being able to sell that, for example, at this event. Yeah.
So we're not going to get $25,000 from PCU?
I'll ask, but I don't know if I'm going
Just
to
a-
get them.
Okay, what, if there is tiered levels, what should they be? And should they be based on size of the organization, the amount of work they do in Virginia, their contribution? I don't know, so I'm asking you.
I like to hear what Barry and Gary think, because they put together a lot of these different types of things. And when you're talking about founding, like the founding members, you know, from my mind, it's talking about the first people on board. We're talking about founding board and perpetual membership on this board. To have that graded down too many different levels could be difficult. I mean, you know, because it's like, you know, Dominion's putting up $25,000 a year and they're going to be on the board forever. But another group is only $10,000 a year, and then they're going to, you know, have some staff support stuff. I don't know if that is really equitable long term. And we just have your thoughts on what's worked and what hadn't worked.
I guess a couple of things. I guess what I was envisioning is that we were talking about, you know, a $25,000 a year number for everybody that's
Yeah,
going to
that's-
be at that table.
That's good what I was
And
thinking.
that we would be looking to try to get maybe a 3-year commitment for that.
Yeah.
That might have to be reviewed every year, I understand that. But that's kind of what I was envisioning, because there are a couple of key things in my mind. One, for this to really be effective, I think we need somebody or something full-time.
Yeah.
Okay, we need the resources to pay somebody to dedicate, you know, full-time to it. Otherwise, I think if it's a collection of small pieces here and there, it's going to be hard to get something done. I think the other thing, you know, we did this in CCAM, we were very careful not to do in-kind as a substitute for cash, because we
Understand.
really
We
felt
can
like
go
we
that
needed
direction,
the
too.
cash in order to get something accomplished so that we could hire